Hello everyone, this is another Taff's Word. Taff's Word sponsored by Kevin Ward Media, and tonight's topic is new signings. Now we've made two good new signings by the looks of things. First of all, we go to Lamar Reynolds. Looks on paper really good, considering he scored 26 goals, 28 goals in 36 games, which is a very good record. Especially for someone who comes in from the wing as well. I've got a feeling that he's going to be a pacey inside forward kind of type. I'm getting a feel for a 4-3-3 formation. Three central midfielders, possibly inside forwards, and what I like to call the complete striker in the centre. The complete striker. Now, Frank Noble. That was a shock signing for me because he is something of a name, having played for West Ham, having played for Wolves and Ipswich. Obviously, he was in League One last season, so I don't think he's ever really been down in League Two before. Well, maybe he may have when he was at West Ham and being put on loan here, there, and everywhere. But League Two could be his level. It could be where he plays his best. And for us, well, we'll see. Well, we are putting something of a midfield together. Dolan is a replacement for Randall, a preempted replacement because we all knew he was going anyway. Maybe it's the kind of place, especially with good wingers, putting the ball in the box. Maybe that's the kind of place where he's going to get the service that he needs. Big guy, strong guy, can win it in the air, can put the ball in the net from his feet. Has he got a bit of pace about him? He looks the kind that's got a bit of pace about him. So, can't say I've seen an awful lot of him. But for someone with not a great goal-scoring record, he scored a lot of his goals with his feet by the looks of things. But then, because he's big and strong, he could basically be a direct replacement for Lionel John Lewis. So we'll see how it goes. We have to see him in the friendlies before we can really start judging him, on any sort of merit and that, because he haven't done an awful lot to gain himself any merit. But this could be a very shrewd signing, I think, by Flynn. Is there more to come? But we certainly hope so. But if you look at it on paper, we do have a squad. It's a light squad, but we've still got a squad. We're at a point where we haven't really got to panic right now. We're not going to lose out on players. It's not like we've only got like 5 or 6 players. We have got what some people will consider a squad. But what do we need to add to that squad? I don't know, to be honest with you. What kind of funds have we got left? Well, we don't know what budget we've got left. The only people that know that are the board and the manager, and obviously like Lenny and Wayne and all that as well. If we've got enough left, then I'd like to see us sign another striker, put a good bit of competition for places. So it'd be Noble, Williams, Jackson, other. What we'd like is a both-footed winger. Obviously, if you're looking at an inside forward setup, you're looking at Rigg on the left and Reynolds on the right. But Reynolds, being 21, is he ready for it? Well, time will tell with that one. But we could have someone with a little bit of Football League experience to get out on that wing. Loans. Who could we bring on loan? I'd say a defender, a versatile defender, and then a Josh Sheehan type player. Josh Sheehan himself would be great. Again, whether it would happen or not, don't know. But end of the day, what I'm basically trying to say is we're not in a position where we're panicking because we're running out of time to put a squad together. We put a squad together. We just need to add carefully to that squad. I think loan players are going to play a part in adding to that, but then at the same time, we want a couple of players, maybe some youngsters, we want a couple of players that are our players, so, when a player sign on a contract for you, they're committed to your cause, whether you do well means whether they get another contract at the end of the season, because it's easier to re-sign for a club than it is to say, piss off, I don't want to bother, and then not get a club. It nearly happened to Ruben Reid last year. He turned down an offer from Plymouth, thinking that League One Championship clubs were going to come in and offer him double his money. Before he knew it, he was left with no one. He turned Plymouth down he couldn't do a U-turn on that. He didn't get the offer he wanted, so he had to sign for a League Two club. He nearly signed for us, but Exeter came in with a better offer, and he went where the money was, which is what he was looking for in the first place, basically. So I'm glad we didn't sign him if that was the case. But just goes to show, just because you're a good player doesn't mean you're going to get a contract. Obviously Cristiano Ronaldo is pretty much one of the only players in the world right now who would get a contract. Because not everybody is worthy of one. Some teams, if they're desperate, will offer a contract to a prima donna or or a money grabbing twat or whatever. But at our level, being good doesn't necessarily give you a contract. Being committed to a cause and be willing to give everything to that cause, that's when you get a good contract. So that's why all of our players who played a part in the Great Escape that we wanted to keep have been given improved terms from what they were earning last season, and rightly so, and they deserve it. So there we go. So a couple of loans, maybe one or two, trialists who impress, just to put a bit of competition for places, so people don't get settled in their position and think, "Oh, I got this for the season now. I'll just coast on it," because you do get that attitude in players. So some of them see easy money. I can just turn up and get paid. Like a lot of people do with work. People know how to blag things with work. You can go into work and just do sod all day, but blag it and make it look as though you've done something. Well, it happens in football. It's bound to. It's a work ethic. Some people are willing to work hard, and they're the ones who tend to reap the benefits of doing it. Whether it's a factory you work in, whether you're working in a hospital, or whether you're working in a McDonald's. End of the day, the hardest workers are going to get noticed, and they're going to climb the ladder a lot faster than the ones that just go there just to pick up a paycheck. So, footballers, hard work pays off. Look how hard Mark Byrne worked during the season that we should have gone down, not last season, season before, and he earned himself a move to League One, when before that it was League Two Conference, League Two. Work his bollocks off for us, and then get himself up into League One. So it just shows hard work does pay off. Leon Britton, he was part of Swansea's team all the way from League Two, League One, all the way up to the Premier League. He's earned himself a new contract at Swansea because he's a hard worker, dedicated to Swansea's cause. So that's basically what I mean. If we sign those kinds of players, the hard workers, then we're going to be better off altogether. Because you put a good League Two team together, as long as that team is willing to work hard, you'll win football matches. You won't lose as often. You'll get those draws. You'll gain those. You'll basically what got us over the line. The 7 wins in 12. Most of them were 1-0s because we worked our bollocks off for that one goal and did everything we could to stop them from scoring. So that's definitely the kind of approach that we're going to look at next year, because we haven't got the resources to buy ourselves up the league. We've got to put the right team together. We have to get that formula perfect. And with Flynn, Lawrence and Hatswell working together on putting this team together, every confidence that they're going to do a good job with recruitment. It's about time this club got recruitment right for once, really, isn't it? And at least the better players that we're keeping, at least we got them on 2-year contracts last year. Otherwise, we would be in a position where we're putting a brand new squad together. So we're getting a bit of stability. We're actually recognising the players when they come out for the friendly games. So there we go. Things looking up, I believe, and I just can't wait for the friendlies to start now. And most importantly, I can't wait for the season to start. I got a good feeling that it's going to be a good season for us. I don't think realistically we're going to be looking at playoff place. It would be nice, and you never know. But if we're being realistic, we're not looking at playoffs. We're looking for a boring mid-table season, maybe with a cup run. That would be nice for me. What about you? Leave some comments behind. Give me some questions to answer, and I'll answer on the next blog. If not, you'll see me on the live next Monday, every Monday now. And ask me whatever you want, guys. I'm open to any kind of question. And thanks again for Kevin Ward Media for sponsoring us this season. I think you guys should go and check Kev Ward out, especially his Port Hour. There is Port Hour. If you care about our city, get involved on Twitter with the Port Hour. It's Really, really good. Really, really good. Sharing events, working on ways to improve the city, working together, you know, the business community, you know, just the regular people community, everybody working together to better the city, and it's great. So get involved, guys. Port Hour. Oh, when is it? When is it? When is it? Oh God, I can't think when the bloody hour is. But I'll tell you something, right? I'm gonna find out when the port hour is, and by the time this video is uploaded, I'll find out when the port hour is, and it's gonna be in the description down here. So when it is, get involved, and definitely support Kevin Ward Media. Thanks again, guys, and thanks again, Kevin, and most importantly, up the county. Cheerio for now.